guys, welcome to the Men of Iron podcast. I want to encourage everybody, like we've been doing the last couple episodes, please share this, comment on it, subscribe to it, leave us a review. The most important thing you can do is just text this along to your buddies. It's one of the best ways that we can grow this podcast community. It's one of the best ways that Men of Iron continue to grow and scale, and we would appreciate your intentionality in that. It was back in 2009. Simon Sinek, from my perspective, I believe he kind of officially cemented his legacy, if you will, as a builder of leaders and organizations through that famous TED Talk of his. It went viral around the world, in the world of business and leadership development. It has millions and millions of views on YouTube and other media services, but it was kind of shared all over these social media platforms all over the world. And his TED Talk was titled How Great Leaders Inspire Action. And it led him to write the book, Start With Why. And this was in 2011. And in his book, it's the Golden Circle is his model for what he would consider maybe inspirational leadership. It's simple, it's powerful, and his idea really builds on starting with this question of why. And if you watch the TED Talk in his presentation, he states this quote. It says, "As it turns out, all the great and inspiring leaders and organizations in the world, whether it's Apple or Martin Luther King or the Wright brothers, they all think, act, and communicate the exact same way. And it's the complete opposite to everyone else. All I did was codify it, and it's probably the world's simplest idea," and he calls it the Golden Circle. And I won't get into all the details here, but if you actually look at the Golden Circle, what you find is there's three circles. The why is in the middle, the how is outside of that, and then the what is outside of that. And he kind of argues that, most organizations actually start with what? Like, what is it that we do, right? And the what is, he says it this way: every organization on the planet knows what they do. These are the products they sell or the services they offer, right? And then it's, well, here's how we do it, right? And so he said only some organizations really know how they do it. These are the things that make them special or set them apart from their competition. But the Golden Circle, that middle circle, the why, he says this: very few organizations know why they do what they do. Why is not about making money. That's the result. Why is a purpose. It's a cause. It's a belief. It's the very reason your organization exists. So you might be saying, Garrett, what are we talking about here on the Men of Iron podcast? How does this have to do anything? What does this have to do with mentorship? What does this have to do with men, right? Well, I want to go back to this idea that Sinek concluded that every inspiring leader or organization is successful because they focus on their why. They don't focus on their what. It's really their bullseye, right? It's what they aim for, and they have this precise focus. And because of that, they get to spend a great deal of their time and energy to understand their why. And it was early in his TED Talk where he says every single person, every single organization on the planet knows what they do, 100%. Some even know how they do it, but very, very few people or organizations know why they do what they do. Guys, your why, it's about your purpose. It's about your cause. It's about your belief. And it's the reason why you exist. It's the reason why you exist. Why is what gets you out of bed in the morning. And it also helps people understand why they should even be involved in your life, or why they should care about your business, or they should care about whatever it is that you're trying to push forward. You see, I really do believe that most men don't know why they exist. And that's my challenge to all of us. Today, I want you just to take 10 minutes, just 10 minutes. Pull out a journal, pull out a piece of paper, pull out a pen, and just write about your why. Don't worry, you can't screw this up. Simply write and communicate to God what you believe your purpose is. Why do you exist? What gets you out of bed in the morning? Why should your family and friends follow your lead? We're going to continue on with this topic of a man's voyage. This is part 1. We'll talk to you guys soon for part 2.